I've made a number of videos demonstrating the effectiveness of scalping fire ant nests, then applying Advion directly on top of the nests, and this is yet another bit of field evidence showing how effective this method is. The strategy is simple and relies on exciting the ants into action by scalping their nest to ground level and opening up the large nest gallery cavities to allow the rapid uptake of the bait. Even if rain has occurred and the ground is wet, while rain is expected around 2 hours after the bait has been placed, then the chances are that enough bait has been taken down into the nest and doing its job. Also, given the size of most nests, even if rain is expected sooner, then the nest can be covered with a bucket or bin lid or something similar, which can keep the bait dry until it has been fully taken up by the fire ants. This methodology ensures that the Advion is delivered only to the targeted ant and ensures none of our native ants take up the bait were it to be applied away and not on the fire ant nest. Advion, with its active ingredient indoxacarb, like other baits used in the fire ant eradication program, will kill many of our native ants, including our small common black ants that raid fire ant nests, especially when these nests have been treated with Advion or the nest has been directly injected with fipronil. And the importance of the black ant's role in predating on fire ants may not be fully understood. I found protection of oneself as particularly important when applying this method, and I take the precaution of gloves, fully enclosed shoes, long trousers, and retreating immediately after the bait has been applied. If I use something that is metal, as seen in this demonstration, then you can lightly coat the handle with common talcum powder just prior to use, and this prevents the fire ants from climbing up the stem. You may occasionally come across a well-worn fire ant track, and here is one where they are transporting some eggs and grubs into a new nest on the centre of a little used property road entrance. In these cases, I simply place the bait directly onto the track, and that very act of the bait being placed excites action, which will soon return to normal with ongoing transporting of eggs and grubs. But the fire ants will continue also to remove the Advion bait into their nests, and in this case they may be transporting the bait to both the right and the left, but here the majority of travel of the bait is to the new nest on the right. These are hard to come across. This is a female fire ant, an alate presumably having mated in the air, as it has discarded its wings and is on a badly infested stretch of road outside one of our Logan landscape suppliers. It is looking for a likely spot in which to begin a brand new colony. As this is just one of thousands that must have flown from a nest, the odds are of others having landed within the landscape suppliers, and that has to be a high probability, particularly given the infestation outside this particular landscape suppliers. Perhaps also many of these mated queens are picking up lifts in the many open loads which leave the landscape suppliers, and here we have the perfect example of man-assisted female fire ants being transported into our suburbs.